Hello, this is Frank Orlando, and it's about 8:35 in the morning, and I've had probably about 35 minutes at least of contemplating what I just heard. So, right outside my window this morning was a conversation with a guy over a phone. But the guy that was outside of my home was talking to somebody, and I can't explain what I heard, but it's the woman he was talking to. So it connects to something when I was working with a man at a company who was a supervisor, and he's laughing. He walks by me and he goes, we have done this to 100 families, and not one single time do they see what's coming at them. Not a single time do they see what's coming at them. And he rolls off into his business. And this was a little while ago. And if I give this name, this asshole will kill me. His name. So I guess I got to keep it secret. So the guy this morning is asking about the truck. I guess he's talking about my truck, all the problems that I had. It's bankrupting me. Well, that is what is supposed to happen to me. So in his conversation with the girl on the phone, what are we supposed to do? Then this woman that's on the phone goes, I don't care what happens to this man. What has to happen to this man is he gets bankrupt and goes bye-bye. Then I can take all his stuff and throw it in the garbage can. Then I get to go towards a bank account or an estate or some legal name. And in order for me to get at some money, all these people, that's what this guy believes or something, all of these family members have to go, and we erase the history of that person's family existence. That takes me to a bank account or some money that's sitting in a bank or something. And I'm not sure. I thought I heard Lisa Orlando. Well, Lisa Orlando is an adopted daughter of a family member of mine. Tony Orlando was my uncle, possibly my father. I had two brothers, Tony Orlando and Frank Orlando. I am Frank Orlando's son, but my mom kind of said it could be either one, possibly, in so many words. So in the conversation is something about if I can't have Frank Orlando make it and hand this money out to all his family members. That isn't the issue. I got to this family history and move on to my next group of people that need to make money. So my address books, I've had two family address books that were my grandpa's. He had two of them. One of them was a dial-up Rolodex cards. It had a phone that comes up missing, and then a new one shows up, and the pages are ripped out of it. Well, I have it temporarily stored, but a lot of names have been removed. That's destroying family history. Those are my extended family members in Jericho. So I don't know if this means the entire trailer park, they're doing this to every one of these family members, or is it just my family? Then they will move on. After they've done this to me, they move on to the next trailer park. So getting back to Lisa Orlando, for example, and this is what I thought I heard. So Lisa Orlando has this fortune of wealth that she may not even know about. May or may not know about. Well, she's not related to us biologically speaking. So but she's held it all these years. Well, Lisa Orlando has become somebody else. She's got her own family, and so she got into a car accident or something. So we have a whole lot of money that we got to get at. Well, I can't have it go to whoever's left, Chelsea or whatever. So Tony had 2 adopted daughters and a woman that he had married. And I don't even know if they're adopted children or they were her children from another previous husband. But they were Orlando's. I don't know where Lisa Orlando is anymore. My grandfather, I've lost a lot of family members. And I suspect it's somebody trying to get at my family. There is money to be had, and at the death of family members. So I'm not going to be here very long, and everything I own, and in here is I have some things that my Herman Jerichow made by hand. He was a carpenter. He crafted some things, and anyhow, he made a chest of drawers. Well, I can't have that. So whoever it is, whatever I have in here is some family history, which somebody has come into my house and destroyed already. Letters, I had letters wrote from Frank Orlando Sr., my father. He wrote to me, that was destroyed. They went into my safe. I had that in a safe. And they tried to make it, so I find the envelopes. My grandmother, Catherine Lissack. So all this, so apparently I've been making these videos to gather up evidence, and I knew something's coming, so they're going to destroy my YouTube videos. They got to destroy everything of who I am in order to move on to the next people. Now, I don't know, are they doing this to every family member that's in this trailer park, plus all their extended families, and they're using their address books? I don't know. It's terrifying. So anyhow, I'm fighting. I got a pretty good large sum of money. They're not interested in this money. What they're interested is some money sitting in a bank. Possibly. There is some wealth that can be acquired at my expense. I don't want, she kind of basically said, I don't want to have to remember my brother or whatever. Of the human misery or nothing. In a little bit, all this stuff will be deleted and I can move on to my new life. I have to play along with this person until this, but this woman, whoever she doesn't realize is she probably will go too. Because this man is connected to a group of people and family members or businessmen who have done this for a millennium. They make money off of families. They wipe out entire family names to get at wealth. And they possibly pick out a family member attached to that name that is a money grubbing, and they just let them go to work, destroying their family. That's intelligent or whatever, I guess. So ultimately, the woman on this phone, there is a group of businessmen or family who, not a family member, that she is possibly married into, who just sees her as an opportunity to finish off and there as a bank account, a hidden bank account, or an estate, or a former business name that leads to a pot of gold. And it's in the banks. And so they're going to wipe out a lot of people to turn loose that money into the economy. The government is possibly allowing them to do it because that opens up. So lots of people's lives get destroyed. Family names get eradicated to turn loose money into the economy. Is kind of why, and they feel totally behind this. All of these family members attached to a family line disappear off the face of the earth, and their family's history is wiped off the face of the earth. Nobody is left that is to remember them, possibly even killing off all their friends, anybody that could know them. That way there's no investigation. Now, so I heard it this morning. So I heard this at a job I was at. The man walks by to warn me of what's to come. So I'm about broke. I've got about maybe 2 months of money left, maybe only a month, if they can make more problems for me. Once I'm broke, I'm vulnerable to either being arrested or something. Then I don't live. I don't have a future. I've been fighting real hard. I kept getting pushed out. There has been so many wicked, bad things happen to me. It's terrible. I mean, it's terrible. They're not letting me work. They're bleeding me out. I had enough money to get into another trailer. My life is being finished off by a group of killers, is what it's been suggested. Now, maybe I'm just crazy, but I am. It's not just me. I have extended family up in Michigan. I can't reach them. The address book has been torn away. Those family members don't exist. The Jerichows up in Ann Arbor, Michigan. My grandfather's Ann Arbor, Michigan was about 6 or 7 Jerichows. His sisters had children. All those families, somewhere along the line, is there a family tree? So, and then there's Orlando. My uncle could be attached to, he had a small business. I don't think he lived exuberant, but he did have a business. But once he left Florida and went to South Carolina, he bought a 50-acre piece of land. He could have had some wealth acquired. Well, it's sitting in a bank. Lisa Orlando, his stepdaughter, he has a real daughter. Who knows what's going on? They are going to go for them. They're going to wipe out my entire family. Well, Lisa or Linda Nunn is in Orlando. Maybe she goes too. Or maybe the woman on the phone is Linda Nunn that I'm hearing. I don't know. I have to wipe this whole of people out and their history. Otherwise, I don't make the money. Then we'll start the whole thing all over. Possibly a whole nother trailer. So I've been watching people cleared out of my trailer park. I've been documenting it. That I told you that there were people in trailers that just disappeared. And then a whole different group. I mean, it scared me. So I don't know. But anyhow, I'm going to put this out. And nobody's going to believe me, but in a couple of months, I guess I disappear. And also, my plant high students and my girlfriends. I'm also worried for Angie a lot because I'm worried about her family too. Maybe the woman I heard in the voice is Angie Burdett. I don't know who is close to me. She lived with me for 5 years. I can't connect with any of her family. Another woman that I'm worried about, who's kind of already disappeared, is Melanie Dunn's family. I don't know how many people connected to me are going to disappear off the face of the earth. I'm absolutely terrified because I've only gotten little pieces of the message. So I'm a nut. They've made me into a nut. And believe me, that ain't an accident. So that anything I hear is just a nut. He's a nut. Don't worry about him. But I'm going to not be around. I know. I've been hearing it for a year. You're not going to make any money. I got told you're not going to make any money and you won't be able to do anything about it. Was told to me by another person associated with a certain individual. Apparently, this businessman knows what's going to happen to me. So I'm scared. I'm scared to give out his name. That apparently they wipe out entire families. I'm not going to be here long unless the government helps me. But I guess they want to allow this to happen. This individual believes that they are entitled to take people's lives in order to gather wealth, to free up banks, to put that money back into the bank account so it goes under an active person that's going to take that money and do something. They allow many people to die to get at money in a bank account. That is allowed happening. Money that they can see that they can get at the expense of many people's lives. All right.